Imagine waking up one morning, looking in the mirror, and realizing your body no longer feels like yours. Your favorite clothes feel tighter, your energy drops halfway through the day, and the scale seems to climb no matter what you eat. You start wondering if age has already decided your story. But here's the truth, it hasn't. What if I told you there are only 3 simple moves, backed by science, that can help melt stubborn belly fat, even after 60? No expensive gyms, no painful diets. Just 3 powerful exercises that can reignite your metabolism, strengthen your core, and give you back the confidence you thought was gone forever. The best part? You can do them right at home, starting today. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what they are, and why they work better for your body now than ever before. Turning 60 doesn't mean slowing down. It means understanding your body in a whole new way. For years, she tried different diets, workout plans, and quick fixes, but nothing seemed to target the stubborn belly fat that refused to leave. Friends told her it was just part of aging, but deep down, she knew there had to be a better answer. That's when she discovered the truth. After 60, the body responds differently to exercise, and only the right moves can trigger lasting fat loss. These aren't intense, risky workouts. They are simple, safe, and designed to work with her body, not against it. They rebuild strength, protect joints, and fire up the metabolism in ways traditional routines can't. In the next few minutes, you'll see exactly what these 3 powerful exercises are, why they work, and how they can change your life, starting right now in your own living room. She didn't need fancy machines or hours in the gym, just a little space in her living room. The first exercise she learned was the standing side crunch, and it quickly became her secret weapon against stubborn belly fat. At first, it felt almost too easy, but within minutes she could feel her core engaging in a way it hadn't in years. She stood tall, feet shoulder-width apart, hands behind her head, elbows wide, and began lifting her right knee toward her right elbow while crunching her side. Then she switched to the left. It was simple, but each repetition made her muscles tighten and her balance improve. Unlike floor crunches, this move didn't strain her neck or back. It protected her joints while directly targeting the obliques and deep abdominal muscles. She started with 10 reps on each side, resting for just a moment, then repeated the set 3 times. Over the weeks, she noticed something incredible. Her waistline began to slim, her posture improved, and her movements felt lighter. Even carrying groceries or bending to tie her shoes felt easier. But the real magic was in how her metabolism responded. By combining gentle twisting with controlled muscle engagement, she was igniting calorie burn long after the workout ended. Science calls it the afterburn effect, and for her, it meant that a few minutes of this simple move kept working in the background while she went about her day. Some mornings, she'd do it while the coffee brewed. Other times, she'd put on her favorite song and match the rhythm. The more consistent she was, the more she felt in control of her body again. She didn't dread workouts anymore. Instead, she looked forward to them. This single exercise reminded her that age was not a limit, but a reason to move smarter. And as she mastered it, she felt ready for the next powerful move that would take her results to an even higher level. After mastering the standing side crunch, she was ready for something that worked her lower belly without putting pressure on her back or knees. That's when she discovered seated leg lifts, a move so simple she could do it on a sturdy chair in her kitchen.
She sat tall, shoulders back, hands gripping the sides of the seat for support, feet flat on the floor.
Slowly, she lifted both legs together, keeping them straight, until she felt her lower abs tighten. She held for a moment, breathing steadily, then lowered them without letting her feet touch the floor. At first, she could only manage 5 lifts before feeling the burn, but with practice, her strength improved quickly. Unlike fast, jerky movements, she kept every motion controlled, making the muscles work harder and reducing the risk of injury. This exercise didn't just target the belly, it improved her core stability, making everyday tasks easier. Getting up from the couch, climbing stairs, and even bending to pick something up became smoother. And because she could do it sitting down, there were no excuses. She often squeezed in a quick set while talking on the phone or watching TV. Over time, she noticed more definition around her midsection, and her confidence grew. She realized that workouts didn't have to be long, exhausting, or complicated to be effective. The beauty of seated leg lifts was in their accessibility. Anyone could start, no matter their fitness level. But she also discovered a secret. Combining this move with the next and final exercise created a fat-burning chain reaction that worked faster than anything she had tried before. Her body felt stronger, her movements were smoother, and her mind was sharper. She was no longer chasing energy, she was creating it. And as she prepared to learn the third and most powerful move in her routine, she felt something she hadn't felt in years: excitement to see just how far she could go. She had already built strength and improved her core with the first two moves, but the final exercise was the one that tied everything together: the modified plank with knee taps. This was the move that didn't just burn fat, it reshaped her midsection and strengthened her entire body. She started by placing her forearms on a sturdy surface, like the edge of her couch, instead of the floor, so her wrists and shoulders stayed comfortable. Her body formed a straight line from head to heels. Then, slowly, she brought one knee forward and tapped it gently on the cushion before returning to the starting position. She switched sides, keeping her hips steady, her core tight, and her breathing even. The first time she tried it, she felt her stomach muscles fire up instantly, along with her arms, back, and legs. It was a full body movement, yet it was gentle enough for her to do without strain. She began with 5 taps per side, resting as needed, then worked her way up to 10 or 12. This move didn't just burn calories during the workout, it kept her metabolism active for hours afterward. Over the weeks, she noticed her stomach becoming flatter, her waist more defined, and her endurance increasing. She could walk longer without feeling tired, carry groceries without struggling, and even climb stairs without losing her breath. What surprised her most was how much stronger her posture became. She stood taller, looked more confident, and moved with ease. And because she could do this plank variation without getting down on the floor, it fit perfectly into her daily routine. Sometimes she did it while waiting for the oven timer, other times between folding laundry. The more she practiced, the more she realized that these 3 simple exercises, standing side crunches, seated leg lifts, and modified plank with knee taps, were more than just a workout plan. They were a lifestyle shift. They reminded her that she had the power to take control of her health at any age, and that 60 was not the end, it was a new beginning. She didn't just feel younger, she felt unstoppable. As she stood in front of the mirror weeks later, she hardly recognized herself, not just because her waist was slimmer, but because her eyes shone with confidence she thought she had lost. These 3 simple exercises had done more than burn belly fat. They had given her back her strength, her energy, and her belief in herself. She no longer felt limited by age, she felt fueled by it. Every movement reminded her she was still capable, still strong, still alive. And for anyone listening right now, her story is proof. 60 is not the end, it's the start of something powerful.